are
Listen,
happy
dude, I'm done with it.
Dude, you've been done.
I'm still here.
For what? We'll see. Why? Because you just want to be a asshole.
You're right.
Then why the would you be in this competition?
I'm here.
Bone face.
Why do you look 50 and you're 24?
What? What did you say? Go yourself.
Would you rather have the brand new PS5 or a weekend with these three lovely ladies and you do anything you want with them?
Wait, anything with them?
Like anything.
A whole weekend?
A whole weekend.
Damn, but the PS5 though, like it just dropped.
I know.
Ah, damn, y'all beautiful though, but
hold on, what'd you say?
PS5 or us?
Oh,
bro, y'all beautiful, but I had a PlayStation 4 for 4 years, but I need a PS5.
God. My nigga.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jam and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Damn.
And took her breath some more.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
Thanks for all your help. Bye-bye, Tanja. Bye-bye.
I want to do it the right way and learn some unwritten rules. That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, the problem, how to catch a hooker, what to do to be a boss player. What do I say to my wife when I decided that I want to be a true player and walk out on the family? We need a seminar so we can teach these guys to give them the right understanding so that they'll know, man.
Okay guys, this is a tutorial on how to touch grass because I know a lot of you don't know what that is or don't know how to do it. So first you want to take off your shoes like this. Yes, barefoot. It's okay to be barefoot outside if you didn't know. But first you want to take your foot and you want to touch it like that. You know what I mean? And yeah. That's how you touch grass. A lot of you guys need to know how to do that.
Show you this video of Miss Trina performing at a concert. So she's at this concert and I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if the husband is getting too much attention or what, but Trina had to shut that shit down, yo.
What the fuck is going on? What's up? What's up? Everybody back the fuck up off the stage. First of all. Whoever, back the fuck up off the stage.
Yeah! Back the fuck up with Greener. Let the bad bitch do her motherfucking performance. Tell her Greener back the fuck up.
shit. Straight up. I just get off the stage. Let me do what I do. Get the fuck out of here. Now.
I know that, right?
What's up?
You're a victim. Here we go, CSI.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Yo. You already done know your boy Cali West is in the building. I do thank you for tuning into another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. So, yo, I do appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode for tonight. You know, it is close to Memorial Day. It is Memorial Day weekend officially, so I appreciate everybody tuning in. You know, Free Agent Lifestyle, Righteous Fear, everybody in the New Jam City. My boy XL Pro says, "Amen, same man. We do it live." Yes, sir. He also says, like, share, and subscribe. Cash App, $ Cali West 1. Man, I salute you, my G.
My nigga.
Yes, sir. Now, of course, we got my boy. I see my boy Larry QED, aka Larry C, in the building, the mathematician. He says, "Fupa print going crazy." It sure was, wasn't it? It sure was. Miss Trina, she needs to go get it together for real. One more time.
What the fuck is going on? What's up? What's up? Everybody back the fuck up off the stage. First of all. Whoever, back the fuck up off the stage.
Yeah! Back the fuck up with Greener. Let the bad bitch do her motherfucking performance. Tell her Greener back the fuck up.
Yeah, get fucking time and I'll play all that other shit. Straight up. I just get off the stage. Let me do what I do. Get the fuck out of here. Now.
I know that, right?
What's up?
You're a victim. Here we go, CSI.
Trina was straight tripping, bro.
He ain't lying.
You know what? At the same time, I posted that video on YouTube, right? And you know what's so funny? There was another inside out I actually maybe failed to recognize too in Trina's defense. It appears that, you know, we all know that he's kind of, you know, be an up and coming rapper himself. So it appears that essentially those people who are all on the stage were his groupies. Yeah, those were his groupies.
It can't be like this.
It is this way, man. I'm sorry I exposed you to it, but it is. It's ugly, but it's necessary.
That's why she was feeling some type of way. I mean, you know what I'm saying? She got her girls from Miami. They up there because I think Kia, whatever she was, is up there and stuff. So she felt fronted out by her YN. Well, guess what? She chose to get with a YN. You got to train that puppy.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Talk about training puppies. we got a female content creator. She's not a bad looking chick, and I'm not gonna even say her name, only because she made a controversial statement that I feel that is low-key kind of controversial. You feel me? Because she made the statement that and you know what? I meant to actually wear my uniform. I wasn't trying to promote anybody's labels that's not paying me. But anyway, hey, what can I say? You know, it was casual day at work. So yeah. But no, back to as I digress. This controversial statement is made by this woman. And she basically says that her male subscribers on her IG page is basically ruining her bag.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't.
So we're gonna let her say for herself. I made sure, like, I'll read you the comments on her IG page, but I'm not gonna mention her name because she said that men are ruining her bag. And guess what? I don't want to ruin her bag, so I'm not gonna give her any promotion, anything like that. We're just gonna stick to what she has to say, and then we're gonna address what she has to say. You feel me?
Understand that we don't post everything for them and that they literally ruin our bags when they follow us. I'm just saying, I always try to make it clear, like, my page is not for men. I'm a fitness influencer. Yes, I post my body clearly. I'm a trainer. My body is my job. That is not for you. I don't post for you. Like, anytime I have males following me, I get mad because you're literally ruining our bag when you follow us. And y'all don't do anything anyway, but thirst in the comments. Y'all don't support genuinely. Y'all don't buy products. Y'all don't use a code. Like, you're literally ruining our bags. We're not doing this for you.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
My boy XL Pro, he says, come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all tripping.
Oh. Who are these niggas? I cried laughing when I read. You know what I'm saying? like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
He says, bruh, whistle red blow on this 304. Bruh, has she ever considered that maybe she's not getting picked up by brand marketers and stuff like that because she's really whack? I mean, like I said, I could go through her IG page, but she said that men are fucking on her bag, so I'm not gonna give her any free promotion. Okay. But if I do have the opportunity, I do want to go on my Instagram and just read from her comments. Well, the comments under her video. Because like I said, we're not about to give this 304 any free publicity tonight since she says that men are fucking up her bag. So in the of course, at the header of her video, she says, just a friendly PSA. All support is fine. But as I said, most don't actually support anyway. Now it says, okay. So it says, this is here. So, you know, I guess the brothers came to say stuff. And, you know, some sisters as well. It says, I tend to follow all fitness pages that project positivity and consistency. I've never said anything negative or thirsty, but I hear you and will respectfully remove myself from your followers. She then replies, I've said support is good, and if you read my caption, you see that also. Clearly, I said thirst men and weirdos, but do as you wish. Well, here's the flip side to it is. That's generally women's consensus when it comes to men in general. Like, essentially, women will wear like a top that she's wearing, right? I don't know if I can bring it up, but I'm gonna bring it up just for example. A woman will wear a top like this, you know. And yes, I'm sure there's some girls who will love to like dress like her and be like her. I believe that. But the only reason why they want to be like her is because so they can attract the men. So, you know, men thirsty and being weirdos is part of it. What she wants to do is she wants to be able to, you know, basically it's kind of like when women wants to wear like a hooker type suit out in public. See, the woman in the hooker type suit, she wants to be able to look provocative and as sexy as she wants to, but she wants all the men that she does not like, all the men who do not make six figures, all the men who are not 6'3". She wants them to turn around and have blinders as if they don't see that she's sexy. They want them she lacks self-control because she can't even control her own destiny. The bottom line is if influencers or if brands are not picking you up, it's because you ain't all that. You feel me? I mean, I'm not saying that you're not a good looking chick, but see, what's ironic is she thinks her looks is gonna get her deals, and it's not. As a matter of fact, if anything, the fact that men are making her popular by adding her is probably getting her more exposure to the woman because guess what? Women tend to follow what men are into. And what's ironic is that women have infiltrated men's spaces in the last 10 years, whether it's sports, social media, movies. But then when a man wants to enjoy a beautiful, good woman, now she wants to bark and balk, putting the blame on men as if the men are stopping her from getting brands deals, which is really goofy. Now, like I said, there's an array of comments in here. Then there's one chick says, listen to this. Men can ruin that. This is true, but if they do, then you're not just as good. That's the honest truth. Ooh, did you hear that? It says men can ruin that is very true. But if they do, then you're not that good. That's the honest truth. And of course, there's a reply. And she says, yawns anyway. So what's crazy is, let's see this. Oh shit! It's like a gym bro, but but I thought it was it's a gym bro, but hey, you know what? He's being honest. And then retro life jacked, mind you, these are all gym bros, okay? People who, you know, essentially are supporting her, even if it means just posting, you know, just watching her page. Says this is sad that y'all blame men for all your shortcomings. What about your products separates you? They not buying because I ain't. He said because I ain't shitting you. He said no, they're not buying because. He said I ain't not buying because that shit ain't new. I see no weight loss journey with a specific product, just guys and no videos of you training anyone. Go back to the drawing board. And then she says, please do your research on gender ratios and brand deals on social media. I'm not finna argue. I said men support is good. Sitting there being weird is not. Like, see, the thing is, people are being honest with her, but she don't want to take the constructive criticism. Like, you know, I looked at her page and it wasn't really all that. Oh, another brother says, you're clearly and succinctly said, woman. No, you clearly and succinctly said men ruin ratios because they don't buy programs, use your codes, etc. Plans look at your followers for conversions and sales because you're not sure how men are confused in the comments. Like how? Okay. So, okay. But here's a joke. It's like we all know that Ferrari and Mercedes-Benz, I'm quite sure if you go to their IG page or their X page, I'm sure that they have millions and millions of followers. But guess what? How many of those millions and millions of followers are buying Mercedes Benz, huh? How many of those buyers are buying Mercedes Benz? Do you hear them complaining about people?
You don't find that suspicious. You don't find that suspicious. You don't find that suspicious. You don't find that suspicious.
Oh. Who are these niggas?
I cried laughing when I read it.
You know what I'm saying? like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
Responding to that lady's response. He says, okay, but the raw numbers garner brand attention in the first place. If men never followed, she may never even gotten those looks. If men drop off today, her exposure would take a massive hit. And then she comes back and says, that's false. I still have hundreds and thousands of women followers. Like, let's be serious. The ratio is not that big. See, this is clearly someone who doesn't understand how social media works. Because here's the thing. Even if a bunch of people who are not into your product is watching you, it's only eventually that some people is going to watch as well. Like, for example, you think Coca-Cola says, all right, everybody who drinks Coca-Cola should watch my commercial. Everyone who buys Coca-Cola should watch the commercial. Everyone who doesn't buy Coca-Cola, don't watch my commercials. They're not going to say that because guess what? They know eventually, you might come around. You might be a Sprite person, but eventually you might come around to Coke. You might come around to Coke. They're not going to tell you, well, because you're not buying Coke, you can't watch the TV commercials. And that's essentially what they're trying to do. See, she's just getting frustrated with life because she chose to be independent. She thought this influencer was going to be easy. And guess what? It's really not. And like I said, her female followers should be able enough to support her. She shouldn't even be asking for support from weirdos. She should just chop it up to the game. But the thing is, when women get frustrated, they tend to blame men for everything. You know what I'm saying? What can I say? What can I say?
He ain't lying.
It can't be like this. It is this way, man. I'm sorry I exposed you to it, but it is. It's ugly, but it's necessary.
It was much cooler earlier. But I just think that was just such an ignorant statement that she said. XL Pro says emotional damage. Oh, Larry C says emotional damage. Facts. That's all it is. She just stressed.
Emotional damage.
He says hardly any. Yeah, the truth is just that these women, they just think that girl power is just gonna sell everything. But she had enough female supporters. She wouldn't be worried. She wouldn't even have time to even be taking shots at men can ruin her bag or whatever. Man, whatever, chick. This chick, let me just see her. Like I said, we've seen how she look, okay? We know she's not a bad looking chick or whatever, right? She has 374K followers. I ain't gonna lie. You know what? Without showing her, I'm gonna show y'all her page real quick, and y'all can make a y'all can make a judgment call. Hold up. Because look, when I see her page, it's like, okay, tell me if y'all see anything dynamic. I mean, even though she's a good-looking woman, what's so dynamic about this? Other than that she's tight work. Look, is this, if y'all was looking to go work out and y'all was looking for a man or a woman to keep y'all in track, I don't know, do you see anything that's motivating you other than maybe this? But you don't even see her training anybody. You just think that she's just working on herself. Like, there's nothing that screams buy my products here. Like I said, she a baddie. She bad. She bad. Yeah, she a hottie. I ain't gonna lie. I might have to be one of them perverted perverts or them weirdos. One of those weirdos or perverts, bruh. Because I ain't gonna lie. Like, but yo, now based off of what I show y'all, is this not thirst trapping? Yo, so she took these pictures and these photos for a woman to say, "Oh, I like your body. I'm gonna go work out like you." Most women rather just go and get a BBL and just keep the fupa. They're gonna keep the fupa, keep the big ass arms, and they're just gonna get a BBL. Most women are not gonna go and bless their body like a temple to get to look like her like that. Let's just be real. Who Excel Pro says, well. Who is she attracting? What kind of customers is she attracting like this, y'all? Let's be real. Let's just reverse it for a moment. Let's just say it wasn't a hot woman. If you was looking for a gym trainer, right, and you was going through your IG, and you seen a gym trainer, this was all what he was posting. If he was posting thirst trap for the picture for the females, would y'all really hire him? Unless you seen him doing some workouts or some type of regimen and training other people. You're not hiring no dude to just post this shit like this. You're not. I ain't gonna lie. She a baddie, bro. That is wow. That is a hell of a woman. She a bitch. I mean, she a witch, but she's definitely a sexy woman. Larry C says, yeah, that doesn't look like she's selling anything. Oh, correction. You know what she's selling? Yo, look at it again, Larry C. You know what she looked like she's selling to me? If I had to guess it, you know what she looked like she's selling to me? Well, what she looked like she's selling to me is the thing that sells when cotton and corn doesn't. And that
all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Yeah, man. Yo. She's complaining about weirdos and people trying to, like, you know, look at her and stuff like that. But yo, lady, your whole page was nothing but thirst traps. I mean, we seen some little food program, little food prep here and there. But for the most part, man, most of your shit was all thirst trappage, yo. He ain't lying. All of it was. So that's why you have weirdos and you know, perverts or whatever on your page. And I mean, the thing is, what you thought was, you know, it was just going to automatically accumulate into dollars. But you're not willing to do the hard work. So much so that men were calling you out in the section, men who used to want to follow you and used to like you. But, you know, Future once said, I think in Dirty Sprite 2, that they're never satisfied. They are never satisfied, bro. You know, you're better off just satisfying yourself as a man because you cannot satisfy them, yo.
It's an evil world we live in.
Now, damn, it's been 30 minutes, yo. Okay, well, I think I got a couple of things I want to share with y'all before I get up out of here. Let's see here. Do I have any comments or anything like that I didn't read? Oh, there we go. Oh, Larry C says there's no theme to her post, so I'm confused how she could be selling anything, to be honest. I agree, but you know what I'm saying? She's that kitty, you know what I'm saying? Hey, kitty sell when cotton and corn don't. XL Pro. Larry C says, oh, for sure she's selling that cactus cooler. As for a personal brand, it's a little desolate. Oh, shit. Goddamn. Oh, damn. Hold up. I got something for that response.
This is a sick Negro.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Pro Institute down. Pro Institute down. Now, what else I got for y'all? I just got some little clips for y'all. I got a video of a woman, and she's been featured on the show before, but she says 5 things that women hate about men. Yo, I think this is going to be very, very, very interesting. Check this out.
Compete or compare to a man. Facts over feelings, bitch. Today we're going over 5 facts women hate. I'm a woman, so I don't like these facts either. But just because I don't like the facts, don't make them not facts. Let's get started, bitch. Fact number 1. The older you get, the less men want you. So old bitches get no love. All right? The older you get, the less men are going to want you in the dating market. Number 2, when you are dating, your degrees and accolades mean nothing. Niggas don't give a fuck about your accolades, how many degrees you have. In fact, the only people that give a fuck about your accolades and your degrees are other bitches that are in competition with you and men that want to hire you for a job. And number 3, this is a really good one. You don't intimidate men. Men don't give a fuck how successful you are. It doesn't intimidate them. You can never compete or compare to a man. Number 4 is really going to hurt a lot of you bitches' feelings, but I don't give a fuck because I'm here to give you facts. So, number 4, your kids are liabilities. Your kids are liabilities to any man that they don't belong to. Asset to you, liability to them. Number 5, men hate extra shit. And when I say extra shit, niggas hate long nails, big ass eyelashes, makeup. The things that you take extra time to do, they hate that shit. I want to give you bitches a bonus, okay? This is a really, really good one. Lacking accountability will keep you single, bitch. Let me know if I left any facts off in the comments. I hope this helps.
Sheesh. This is a sick Negro.
Yo, you know what's so funny about that, Larry C? And shout out to Larry C for the $5 super chat. He says, for the sick ninja clip you played, literally laughed out loud. Yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I ain't gonna lie, that's actually one of my favorite clips that I actually post on here. And I use it quite often. As a matter of fact, true story, Larry C. I actually met him before, but in the early 90s at the African Marketplace that used to be at Dorsey High School in Los Angeles. But yeah, I actually met him in person. I think his name is Dr. Khalid Muhammad or something like that. But yeah, real militant black guy from like he was part of the Nation of Islam, but he actually got kicked out. Kind of like how Malcolm X got kicked out. Like, yo, the Nation of Islam tends to kick out the people who be saying some really strong shit that doesn't go with the old victim mindset. You feel me? But yeah, but I love that when he says that. This is a sick Negro. And like you could tell that was like an old school clip. You could tell that was like from 1989, like how that video clip was playing. So yeah, so salute to Larry C for the $5 super chat, keeping the lights on in New Jam City. You feel me?
I want to do it the right way and learn some unwritten rules. That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, the problem, how to catch a hooker, what to do to be a boss player. What do I say to my wife when I decided that I want to be a true player and walk out on the family? We need a seminar so we can teach these guys to give them the right understanding so that they'll know, man.
Shout out to my dog. You feel me? The moderator with the most, XO Pro. He says, he gave a cash app and he was very generous with it, you know. And he says, for explain the Bish Fund. Oh shit.
Got to know exactly who you are. Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
Yeah, salute to you, XO Pro. You know this is gonna be right to the dark side fund. For sure, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we might be able to pay somebody's little phone bill, somebody's little Metro PCS bill, you dig? So I appreciate all the donations, Larry C and XO Pro. You know what I mean? I appreciate you. You know, that should help me out for sure, y'all.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
Shout out to my boy XL Pro for the generous super chat on the Cash App.
I want to do it the right way and learn some unwritten rules. That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, the problem, how to catch a hooker, what to do to be a boss player. What do I say to my wife when I decided that I want to be a true player and walk out on the family? We need a seminar so we can teach these guys to give them the right understanding so that they'll know, man.
Real ones for real, man. Y'all really do, help me, my channel definitely grow, man. For real. So I appreciate y'all boys, for real. Larry C says, no way. That's awesome, man. Had a great time chatting with him. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was. He was talking a lot of pro-black shit. You feel me? Like, but he wasn't saying anything like, oh, I hate the white devil and stuff like that necessarily. You know what I'm saying? He was just kind of, saying some real shit. You feel me? Like my brother used to be kind of into that shit. You feel me? But go figure now. Fast forward now. Shit. My brother, works with a man. Makes money with a man. Shit. Dr. Khalid, I think if he was to see my brother now, the same dude who went up to him in the first place, he would be like,
this is a sick Negro.
But yeah, it was definitely good just to kind of meet him. Man, yeah, man, it was definitely dope, bro. Larry C says the way he says it is just perfect. Yeah, like, hey, man, look, you got to understand, those Nation of Islam guys are very, very intelligent people. You know what I'm saying? Beat this. And I mean, not to try to say anything disparaging about the nation or anything like that, but, they either very educated, were educated pro-blacks in college, or they got educated in a state penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It is what it is. for 23, you know what I'm saying, for 23 hours a day, bro. You got a lot of time to read.
Emotional damage.
That's what happened with Dr. Khalid, but I'm just saying, like, trust me, if you've been around a lot of if you see the Nation of Islam and speak to them, they all tend to have a very, very, you know, distinctive speech pattern. Remember, I don't know if you remember, but Damon Wayans was kind of even talking about that too, when he's like, the principalities and the possibilities. XL Pro says bonnet face down, ass up. Hey, Pete this, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that, you know what I'm saying? That $100 go a long way sometime, you dig? Larry C says, laughing my eyes down, bonnet down, legs up. Hey, trust me, yeah, you know, every now and then a little bonnet queen is a little fun. Oh, Larry QED says, it ain't much, but want to add some more to the show. My appreciation, you my good brother. Hey, man, look. Look, I don't give a damn if it's a dime, bro. I appreciate it if you know what I'm saying, give it to me and I make it mine, bro. So I appreciate that, like 4 flats on a Cadillac.
My nigga.
For real, hey. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no donation too small, bro. So I appreciate that for real. Yeah, man. Like I said, it keeps the lights on, man. You know, keeps the lights on. Especially with how YouTube throttling my videos. J Flo says salute to Cali West, XL Pro TLR, Larry C in the chat. He said my wife don't give me no more New Jam City before she left. Oh my God, bruh. Oh no.
This is a sick Negro.
Man, how's she gonna do that? You know what I'm saying? That ain't right, man. That ain't right. But don't even trip. We got you. We're gonna figure it out. Because if she really left, you know what that mean, right? The dog in you gets to come out and play.
I want to do it the right way and learn some unwritten rules. That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, the problem, how to catch a hooker, what to do to be a boss player. What do I say to my wife when I decided that I want to be a true player and walk out on the family? We need a seminar so we can teach these guys to give them the right understanding so that they'll know, man.
Oh, goddamn. And J Flo still found time to drop, you know what I'm saying, a dime on your boy. He said a few snaps on the petrol for the righteous fear. Shout out to my dogs, free agent for life. And salute to all the men. Yes, all the men who have served this country and have fallen for this Memorial Day weekend. So I salute to everybody. And look, I'm not saying that America is great. I'm not saying that America doesn't have its flaws, but we got to admit, man, America is the best country in this world to live at this time, bro. You know, like I said, people might not agree with it, but yo, America is the best country to live in, especially at this time, yo. So let's just be real.
But shh, don't tell nobody.
I'm just saying, bro. You feel me? Proud to be an American. XL Bro says USA, baby. And I don't know if I saluted you already, J Flo, for that $9.99 super chat, but I got to give you that salute.
My nigga.
I appreciate the donations for real, man. I know your boy need that, like 4 flats on a Cadillac. J Flo says much love to the fallen soldiers. For real, man. For real. Quick little story. I probably would have went to the Army myself, but my dad was against it. And, you know, what can I say? I didn't have the stomach. I mean, I was pretty defiant because I was kind of growing to my own, but I guess I didn't really have the really stomach. I didn't really have the direction. Like, and then my boy recruited me to the Navy, and then my dad really got pissed off. But essentially, I, missed out on an opportunity of a lifetime, I believe, by not doing that. Because if y'all know me, well, yeah, not on YouTube per se, but if anyone knows me for real, know that I love guns, you know, I love gun safety as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hurt nobody, but I do believe in protecting the country. And, if I had to fight for the country, I would. You feel me? It's not something that that was something I was always fascinated to. The kid was like the military and the army, but I didn't get up on the opportunity. And then when the Trump administration decided that they were going to increase the age, I was already aged out. So there was no go for that. So, some dreams got to go. You know what I mean?
It can't be like this.
It is this way, man. I'm sorry I exposed you to it, but it is. It's ugly, but it's necessary.
And mind you, this is the joke. Ask me if my daddy paid for my college. Ask me if my daddy paid for my college. Ask me if my dad paid for my college.
This is a sick Negro.
I think this. I could have went to college on the GI Bill. I mean, I guess, there's always a risk of you possibly getting hurt. But I mean, shit, you get hurt on the street. You feel me? Larry C says, indeed, salute to those who are serving or have served. For real, man. Peep this. I don't give a damn if you was a motherfucking cook on a damn ship. I still commend you for still going through the training and still serving your country, bro. Excel process, nope. Yeah, man. Yeah, and one of these days, eventually soon, I will start talking about more in depth about, what made Cali West, and what made me the man who I am today. And we're probably gonna get into it a little bit, eventually. But yeah, man, like it's just I ain't complaining. I'm just saying though, you feel me? Sometimes you just got to keep it real, you dig? Because your parents, I'm not saying that your parents don't love you, don't care about you, but they tend to want you to do things the way they feel that they should envision it. When in reality, they already lived their lives and made their decisions. And, and guess what? And they don't even have a regret. And if they do, they keep it to themselves. But with that being said, you have your own life to live, and I just think that I wish I had other stronger men around me to kind of say, you know what, just go against your pops and do what you want to do. Because eventually I did smarten up, but by then opportunities lost, right? But for real, man. J Flo says, did your daddy pay your college? Man, XL Pro answered that. And the answer was a big fat nope.
Nope.
Shit. Man. And the truth is, it's not no big deal. I mean, a lot of people's parents didn't take care of it. A lot of people's parents didn't set themselves up for a better future. And the truth is, shout out to CGA. He says this too. He was like, yo, most people's shortcomings because of the fact that their parents did not donate, did not invest into them. You feel me? I forgot who that was. Remember that chunky lady who was running for Georgia or something like that? I forgot what her name was, but the big girl. And they're like, a lot of people wanted her to win office. What was that big girl's name? Do y'all remember? Long story short is, I remember reading a little bit about her story. And it's like, she had a brother who was like a little bit older than her. But like the brother, he didn't get to go to college. What's her name? Haley? Was that her name? Nikki Haley? Was it Nikki Haley? It was a big black woman. Remember, she was a black woman. But like all the black women wanted her to like win. I forgot what her name is. Let's see here. I'm gonna put it in like this. I'm not gonna say what I'm putting on Google, but I'm gonna just put that in. Look. Running for what was she running for? Was she running for governor of Georgia? What was her big old? Damn. Oh, Stacey Abrams. Remember Stacey Abrams, y'all? Do y'all remember Stacey Abrams? See, that's the thing too. She wasn't shit. She so was not shit. Oh. I look, Stacey Abrams. XL Pro, yeah. See, like Stacey Abrams. Look, Stacey Abrams was fucking so whack to the point that people don't even remember. Fuck it. Stacey Abrams. Stacey Abrams not conceding Georgia's in this race. Man. Okay. God. Hold up. I'm having technical difficulties. I look like I'm okay, but I'm still having technical difficulties. Let me fix something real quick. Let's do something.
I want to do it the right way and learn some unwritten rules. That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, the problem, how to catch a hooker, what to do to be a boss player. What do I say to my wife when I decided that I want to be a true player and walk out on the family? We need a seminar so we can teach these guys to give them the right understanding so that they'll know, man.
All right. I think I'm all right now. Yeah, Stacey Abrams. Jay Flo says, my grandfather was born in Mexico and joined the American Army and got his citizenship. His sons, my uncles, became leaders in the Marines and Navies. That's what's up, man. That's dope. Big up to them, man. Larry C says, Jay Flo, word. That's fantastic. All thanks for their service, man. For real, man. I done dated, hey, beat this. I done had shit. I think the chick I was dealing with in like 2024, 2023, she was not a Marine, but she was in the Army. I done smashed a few little Army chicks. Am I glitching? I feel like I'm glitching. You know why? Cause I pulled up the damn Stacey Abrams shit. I think fucking around with bringing over that Stacey Abrams done slowed this damn computer. Because I tell you, yeah, these damn laptops, man, they ain't shit when it comes to these damn streams, man. God damn.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Who are these niggas? I cried laughing when I read it.
You know what I'm saying?
like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
Yeah, that shit acting goofy. All right, we're back. Like a Muslim with a kufi. J Flo says Dr. Umar Captain. For real. But yeah, man. What else I got for you? I know I got some other little clips. We only got like 6 minutes left. We've just been chopping up, fellowshipping. I ain't gonna lie. I just wanted to make sure I came on to talk my shit. Check this out. There's an Asian girl who wants to be a baby mama.
Looking for good genetic doesn't matter because I'm not going with him. Only for me, baby for me.
Wait, you just want to have a baby and say bye bye?
Yeah. Say bye bye. I don't need to feed up my baby because he want help. Okay.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
Do you like mixed babies, or you want to make babies only with someone from your culture?
I don't mind wherever from. As long as I feel okay. I'm looking for my baby's father. He must be smart, healthy, and good personality.
If you meet someone now, how long is it gonna take you before you have a baby or get married?
Get married? I don't think I will get married.
Okay, just baby, boom.
Just baby, boom, 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 baby. Find someone graduate from good university, like education.
Definitely.
All right, she's obviously practicing eugenics, but you know, I heard there's a shortage over in Asia. She looks Vietnamese, perhaps, maybe Cambodian. So it might be a good opportunity to go over there and practice your cream pie. The poisonous Western culture is spreading.
Yo, I ain't about to frivolously spreading my seed, but I might need to be able to help a Ling Ling in need.
I'd buy that for $1.
What in the hell? There she says, roar. And then J Flo was like, baby boom. Y'all give her that baby boom? Y'all gonna give her that baby boom? That she gets the baby boom? Come back on the screen, girl. I ain't gonna lie though. She do got a nice little slim little waist. Look at her body, dog. How old y'all think she is? Like 30? She ain't no spring chicken, but she definitely like 30. Yeah. Just met the bitch at the club. Bitch just gave me a hug. I don't give a fuck. I'm a thug. Took that bitch to the hood. Fuck that bitch. I'ma go raw. Met this bitch at the mall. Me and that bitch had a ball. Real nigga got.
Emotional damage.
J Flo. Oh, Larry C says Will Clapp has entered the chat. And he says 30 sounds about right. Asians go from 30 to 60 overnight. You know what they say? Asians don't raisin, but guess what? Every grape turns into one on an occasion. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Like, and it's so true too, because once they do hit a certain age, like past 50, yeah, they definitely be looking aged, bro. And they almost all look nothing. I almost said something that was not appropriate, but I'm glad I didn't.
You said it's all bullshit. All of it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. What else I got for y'all boys? Are we gonna go into overtime? We could go into a little bit of overtime. I'm enjoying this little drink. You know, I ain't tipsy enough. I mean, one of the 3 girls or 4 girls 2 of the 3 girls or 2 of the 4 girls I was texting tonight responding back, so we might be able to see what to do. Check this out, y'all. There's a chick I'm talking to, right? I think, she Haitian. And she's running game. She gonna tell me that she only been with one man sexually in her life, bro. Come on now. What do you think, I was born yesterday?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Cap, I ain't gonna lie. I was born at night, but not last night.
You ain't lying.
game. They trying to run game. But I can just tell how we talking and the shit that I'm saying. I've been saying a lot of sexual shit to me, and she gonna tell me that her pussy tight. Oh, I was trying not to say that. She was trying to say her kitty was tight and how it's all juicy and all that. But I'm like, I was gonna say, but you only been one dude. How you know that it's even that good? Maybe he just wasn't all that, and you just didn't know better. You feel me? But I didn't even decide to even entertain that conversation. I just got to the actual shit. So I think I could smash that. But ironically, I think she's one of the chicks who didn't respond back, even though we was kind of talking a little freaky today. So you already know that she got another appointment. Oh shit, there's a little message I missed. J Flo has said, I look at wifey and start to look like her mama. Oh no.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
I'm not like Sumantre. And then Larry says, one man, bruh. Like, come on now. Why you lying, bruh? J Flo asked a good question. He says, did he bang though? Well, I didn't get a chance yet because we just in the talking stage. Like, I think I got her number. Like, I started texting her like yesterday or some shit. Yeah, I started texting her like last night or yesterday. So it's a new situation. It's a new situation, but she don't live too far from me. I ain't gonna cap, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Let me just see. Because I ain't gonna lie, yo. I don't have her on my main phone. It's on I have like a app that I use for my text messages for these chicks because these hoes be crazy. I don't want them to fucking have my number. Oh, guess what? She did respond at 9:34. Oh, let's see here. Let's see here. She says, because I said to her, no lie. Oh, she gonna say tight and juicy, but she still like a virgin. LOL. No lie, it sound good, but I definitely need to check that out myself, little baby. And she gonna say, laughing out loud, if it's yours. And I'm gonna put let's see here. Damn, I should have responded earlier. But I was busy. There's only one way to do that. To do that. Because mine doesn't necessarily mean now I'm supposed to commit to your ass and fucking marry your ass. You know what I'm saying? That don't fucking mean no among a goddamn motherfucking thing. Let me see if she awake and see responding. I might have to pull up on her tonight and make her mom. You know, I might have to make her a wife for the night. You dig? But just for tonight, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So hey. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see what she's gonna do. Say she hungry. Oh yeah, she's definitely hungry. I mean, she admitted she ain't a hottie. Like, for all intents and purposes, she ain't no goddamn hottie. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I ain't gonna do too damn goddamn much. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of going to the dark side. It's just so you don't have to do too much. But you gotta give them mercy sometimes. You gotta mix them up a little bit. Gotta have that mixed bag. J Flo says word. Larry C says ecclesiastical clapping about to happen. That would be dope. Oh, and she responded back. And what way is that? I respond after this show. Oh shit, my boy P Francis come through and says, what up, chat? What up, Cali West? Yo, shout out to P Francis. He live and in the building. Free Agent Lifestyle member, Righteous Fear member, as well as Jam City crew member, longtime supporter. Let's give it up to my brother, man. Salute.
My nigga.
Righteous Fear's real Jam City crew in the building, man. I hope everybody enjoyed that Memorial Day weekend, especially you, P. Francis.
I want to do it the right way and learn some unwritten rules. That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, the problem, how to catch a hooker, what to do to be a boss player. What do I say to my wife when I decided that I want to be a true player and walk out on the family? We need a seminar so we can teach these guys to give them the right understanding so that they'll know, man.
I'm glad that you're in here and caught me live, bro. We might have to go into damn overtime. Jay Flo says Cali got Scooby snacks. Yeah. Definitely got some Scooby snacks. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that, you know, they don't all have to be beauty queens, but you know what I'm saying? I think what will kind of make her kind of cute is that, you know, she a little shorty, you know. You know, when you're a little shorty, that's kind of cute. It's like, oh, you're so cute. Let me pipe you down. You dig? P. Francis says, oh, okay. Let's see here. Oh, P. Francis says, not much. Still working at the overnight shift. Hey, man, nothing's wrong with that. Hey, that builds character. You feel me? That builds character. Plus, you could get on some shit during the day. Like, you know. I mean, I'm sure you on your own boss up mission and stuff like that, but I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna slide on a couple 3 or 4s this weekend, but for the most part, y'all, I'm probably gonna be bettering myself this weekend because, yo, I told y'all, I promised y'all in 2026, Cali West was gonna be doing some big things here in New Jam City. And for me to even do so, I'm gonna have to buckle down. You know what I'm saying? You know? Yeah, I know y'all see me drinking and smoking on here, you feel me? But, you know, I have a little time. But, yo, you know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes, I be fucking buckling down. I be doing all types of shit. Y'all catch me looking like a Muslim with some glasses, you know? I'm talking about one of those, you know, Nation of Islam type of guys. I'll be all reading all types of stuff. You know, trying to get myself better, you feel me? Not even we don't try here in the Righteous Fear or in the Free Agent Lifestyle. You know, I be doing the damn thing. So salute to P. Francis for making his money and doing his thing. I was looking for an overnight job too, but it didn't happen, so I got a mid-shift. Oh, yeah, you know. It's cute, you know. Now, J. Flo says, Miami walk-off. Yeah. Larry QED says, she sound fun size. It sound like, yeah. She, you know. Like, you know, she all right. Like, you know, like I said, she all right. Like I said, she a midi. Midi. She's a midi. A midi who's mini and midi. You dig? Mini and midi. Say that 3 times. Shit. J Flo says, checks clan. Yes, sir. You feel me? Gotta get that money. P. Francis says, yeah, I turned down my Japanese JUCO so I could catch up on the money mindset. Oh. Damn. After the money mindset, were you like, Arigato? P. Francis says this weekend. Oh my God. Man. Hey, yo. Damn. You couldn't have you know what I'm saying, have her laying in the bed, but you know what I'm saying, Bucky in the naked, in the buff, you know what I'm saying, the nude. You know what I'm saying? He could be like, man, I got a business meeting with, you know what I'm saying, my business partners. Because think about it, money mindset is business partners. We pay the coach to be part of the money mindset. I'm not saying that we don't get anything back from it, because we do, but let's go. Remember, Coach Adam definitely said that this is business, right? So we are dealing with, maybe he might be the king of this shit, but essentially we're all constituents. So I was like, girl, I got a little meeting right now to go do, you know what I'm saying, work. You know what I'm saying? I got to do some work. You know what I'm saying? She was like, oh, I got to do some work. You would have been on your little laptop over there in the corner or somewhere, or in your room, not in the corner, but you would have been in like the living room somewhere where she would have been butt booty naked. You know what I'm saying? Watching some promo, you feel me, until you're ready to go back in there. But hey, at the same time, sometimes you just need to focus. So I ain't knocking on that. You feel me? J Flo says money over bitches. You're right. Because guess what? She is gonna be a distraction, bro. Like, you feel me? Because sometimes after the money mindset, you do kind of want to reflect and marinate. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I ever watched them. I ain't gonna lie. I think there was a couple times where I might, because I've been on money mindset for at least about a year now, at least. So I can honestly say there have been like maybe 1 or 2 episodes where I watched it and it's like left to go somewhere. But for the most part, I usually kind of unwinding and kind of like chilling. That way I can kind of reflect on the episode. Especially this thing about credit. Like, yeah. Matter of fact, damn. Shit. That's what I meant to do too. I meant to fucking call the fucking this fucking damn Experian. Because they need to remove some shit from my credit that I done paid for. And they ain't moved that shit. So that's not good. Anyway, money mindset. P. Francis says, nah, she is too distracting. I notice when I focus and apply, opportunities start to open. Man, you did the right thing. Don't let me fool you. You feel me? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's definitely true. Facts. Hey, beat this. Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes you can only focus on one thing. And also, too, you're not going to be able to maybe focus because you know how females are, especially sexy females. They kind of want their attention. So it's like you trying to focus and listen to what, what I'm saying, Travis and CGA and Patrick and everybody got to say. And all of a sudden, she can go try to flash you some titties, get your attention. Because I know I done had a couple of hoes try to like play with their pussy while like I'm playing with a thing with a kitty while I'm fucking like talking money in the New Jam City. You dig? P. Francis says, "Oh, I read that already." Larry C says, "I agree. I got to think that about the content and let my brain marinate and all that." Yeah, man. So shout out to P. Francis. And it's funny too, because P. Francis is actually a much younger than us. So salute to him doing a damn thing, man. One thing I definitely wish is that I wish I would have found someone like CGA when I was much younger. Because it's a little harder now that I'm older and stuff, you feel me? But, I'm not saying that nothing can be done. But still, it's just like compounded time. So it's like sometimes when we kind of like wake up, it's like, damn, I kind of wish I woke up a little earlier. That way I could have did this, I could do that. But guess what? I remember one time too, a wise man, well, not a wise man, but a man told me, he one time said too, sometimes, opportunities present, or sometimes you get awakened to opportunities, or you get the opportunity when you're ready. Because if you got the opportunity when you weren't ready, you probably would have fucked up the opportunity. So sometimes, everything happens for a reason. And I don't believe in coincidences. So yeah, man. J. Phil says, guard your credit and your seed. Whew. I can honestly say that I've been probably a little bit frivolous with both. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie.
This is a sick Negro.
Yeah, but one thing I could definitely say is my credit is getting better. And I'm not throwing my seat around because I don't want to be bust off in people, but you know what I'm saying? I definitely had some close calls. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I definitely had some close calls. Shit, I probably even got some maybes out in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, ain't nobody come forth or nothing like that. So shit, as far as I know, I ain't got no goddamn kids. J Flo says, words to the P. And then J Flo says, I used to keep an accomplishment journal. I need to get back on that. That's dope. You know what I need to also kind of start doing a little bit more too? Get back into doing my what's that thing called? Your goal collage. I forgot what it says. Your not your dream board, but your goal board or something like that. What I forgot what it's called. See, we ain't gonna talk about money mindset shit right now. We're gonna leave that shit later. But yeah, man, that's the facts though. P. Francis says, I dislike that saying everything happens for a reason, but I find that I start to either reflect or work harder when I fail. Well, okay. When I say everything happens for a reason, it's not really copeism when I say it. What it's saying is just that, like, for example, like, I mean, in essence, have you ever heard the saying you can't cry over spilled milk? It's like if something happens, it's like, what do you do? Okay, it's like, okay, all right, let's just say you was driving drunk, you got pulled over, your ass got arrested, you went to jail, and your ass, they fucking, they towed your car, okay? Like, people could kind of say, like, it's like, okay, you were stupid, you was dumb, you shouldn't have been driving drunk, and you shouldn't have got pulled over, and all that, right? But some people could say everything happens for a reason, because guess what? If that happens to you, best believe you'll never let that shit happen to you again. Anything along those parameters will probably never happen to you again. You feel me? Unless you're just one of those dumbasses just keep on doing the same mistake. You feel me? But more than likely, if you do something like, it's kind of like why CGA kind of says, why he kind of advises young men to, move out the house and essentially, try to make it out there. I mean, I guess if you get lumps, and let's just say shit get fucked up, I guess you could always, you can either try to come back home, but if you come back home, it's gonna be whack, right? So what you do is, you're gonna do what it takes not to have to go back to living at your mama's house and shit like that. You feel me? And you're gonna kind of compress. It's kind of like weightlifting. It's kind of like anyone who did, training for like, any sports, sports or any kind of weight training or diet. You have to kind of basically essentially, there's a system. You have to kind of go to certain checks and balances that way till you get to your goal and get to what you want. And the fact is, if you are not even willing to be able to lift, 200 pounds from the floor, you're not gonna be able to lift 300 pounds. You gotta start from somewhere. But yeah, man. So P. Francis says, yeah, I got it. I get it. And you're right. I avoid repeating those mistakes. Yeah, man. Learn from the old folks' mistakes, man. And then J Flo says, list all your wins for the day. I like that. Well, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I think the reason why I don't write my wins down is because I feel like I'm winning every time I wake up. And, I feel like at this point, there's certain things it's like, here's the thing. Like, I never have a bad day, even when my car gets fucked up, even when I gotta pay, for parts or get it towed or shit like that. I never really have a bad day. It should be a little tough, but I never have a truly bad day. You know what I'm saying? Even if I have a fucking run in with a law or something like that and get a ticket, I never truly have bad days. I would look at things optimistically and positively, and I just kind of just look like, okay, how can I pivot and do something else different the next day? But that's dope, man. That might be actually a good idea too. Listing your wins. Maybe I should try that. Larry C says vision board. Exactly. Because Peter's vision boards do work. Like, you know what's funny too? Vision boards do work because I remember long time ago, I put some pictures of like certain cars on my desk at work. And that was like in 2006, 2008. And ironically, not only did I get two of those cars, but it was like cars that I put. Like, go figure. I was kind of like, damn, if I would have just put like a house or some shit like that, I probably would have got what I needed. You feel me? P. Francis says, yeah, I get no. I already read that. J. Flo says, young man needs to leave the nest. They definitely do. Like I said, they definitely do. You feel me? Hey, Pete, this. Like I said, if you fuck up, ain't nothing wrong going back home. You feel me? Don't get wrong. That might not be the best thing because people can relapse and get comfortable. But shit, hey, at least you tried. Shit, you can always go home for like, a couple months, few months, fix up your little money up and then go get another crib. You feel me? But I truly do agree with Coach Greg Adams when he says a man should definitely go out and get a crib and see how it is to live in itself. Even if it means living with a roommate or something like that, they should at least try it out just to see how it is. You feel me? Because beat this, one thing about failure is you're just at one step of winning. You feel me? And guess what? Once you kind of get onto it, shit, it's a success, man. You just keep on going up and up and up and up, bro. You feel me? As long as you just don't do no stupid mistakes, you feel me? You get your apartment, you eventually will get your house, man. J Flo says waking up in full control is dope. Yeah, man. Gotta grab life by the horns. Larry C says it's crazy how well those vision boards work for us. Man, but here's the thing though. I haven't used a vision board for a very, very, very long time. I'm actually just going to implement it again. So salute to you for remembering the name and maybe even kind of convince me to even get back into it. Because I do have a vision board. I have a vision board on not Telegram. What's that shit called? Not Reddit. What's that thing called where you can put pictures on? You can put pictures up. What is it called again? Where you can put pictures up? Not Pinterest. Even though, not Pinterest. It's something else. Not Telegram. Not Telegram. It's fucking, what's that shit called again? Damn, what's that thing called again? It's called something with a T. Damn, what is it with a T? It's something with a T. Tumblr. There we go. Yeah, I need to update it on my Tumblr. J Flo says, Larry C, I got bacon on my vision board, and my wifey says, what that mean? Hey, you know what's so funny? Because I seen the message, right? And I was like, why is he bringing up bacon? I was like, is J Flo hungry? But yo, I totally get what he fucking say. Shout out to the coach gang, bruh. Yo, Larry QED says, I got bacon on my vision board. And wifey says, what that mean? Yo, you know what that mean? That mean
a win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
That was actually dope, bro. That was funny. And I'm having a good time. And it's fucking Friday night. I should be in some poontang. And I'm probably still going to be in some poontang. Because this chick looks like she's trying to get into something. Damn, P. Francis. Hey, you a real one, bro. I didn't know you supported again. Hey, P. Francis supported again and again. Yo, he held the Cash app again. Yo, salute to P. Francis, man. Let's give it up to P. Francis. What we got for P. Francis? Are we going to show some toes for the hoes? Yeah, let's show some toes for the hoes.
Okay, guys, this is a tutorial on how to touch grass because I know a lot of you don't know what that is or don't know how to do it. So first, you want to take off your shoes like this. Yes, barefoot. It's okay to be barefoot outside if you didn't know. But first, you want to take your foot and you want to touch it like that. You know what I mean? And yeah. That's how you touch grass. A lot of you guys need to know how to do that.
Yo, salute to my dog P. Francis for supporting the JUCO Fund and hitting up the Cash App, Cali West One. Yo, man, I appreciate you, G, for real, for real.
My nigga.
Yeah, dog. Man, I really appreciate the love, y'all. And I just appreciate the participation, too. I'm telling you, y'all helped me go this show really, really quick. If it wasn't for y'all boys, this show will probably be 15 minutes long. You feel me? Larry C says, "Oh, let me read what else the comments said." Oh, J Flow says them biddies. Mm-hmm. And then he says Tumblr. Yeah, it was Tumblr. It was Tumblr. It was definitely Tumblr. And then Larry C says, J Flow, we gotta get your wife to cook that bacon. Man, you know what's crazy? See, yo, Larry C, I don't know if you know this, but J Flow is essentially the Al Bundy of the free agent lifestyle. His advice is, if you could get married, don't do it, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So salute to J Flow. He's kind of like our spiritual marriage advisor. You dig? I think you're actually married too, though, Larry C, ain't you? So you might actually know a little something about that too. J Flow says bacon is a symbol for serving me. Yeah. Shout out to the free agent lifestyle, man. Hey, when I heard that, like the first time I read it, I was like, "What is he?" I was like, "Is J Flow hungry?" Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little hungry myself. But I had to think about it, and I was like, "Oh, now I get it."
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I joke for anybody who's part of the free agent lifestyle. You know, a lot of people are not gonna get it, but all right, for anybody who's not part of the free agent lifestyle, who's not familiar with who Coach Greg Adams is, essentially he's a man who has a fully gray beard, even grayer than mine, and he is a truth speaker, and essentially he has a sound effect that has bacon crackling, and essentially what bacon crackling sound effect basically signifies is you waking up in the morning after your woman gave you bedroom fun and you fell asleep after the bedroom fun, but but guess what, you wake up to food cooking. Like, this, you don't even need the alarm clock to wake up, because guess what, you hear that bacon crackling, bro, and it's like y'all done heard bacon crackling. Y'all mama done made some bacon, but you hear that bacon crackling. That's that, saying, baby, I gotta get you right type shit. You feel me? Man, you feel me? Larry C says, even if it's the Costco bacon, hey, at this point, it don't even matter if it's the turkey bacon. So, hey, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Ever since I moved back down south, though, I used to eat turkey bacon when I was in California, living in the valley, and I used to love it. But yo, when I came down south, though, I ain't gonna lie, dog. I had tried some maple honey bacon, bro, and yo, I couldn't even go back, bro. I ain't gonna cap, bro. So Costco bacon, it is, bro. No cap. I don't give a fuck. This one is real bacon. I can't even eat turkey bacon no more. I mean, I could eat it, but it's like preferably no. You know what I'm saying? And look, my boy Boss Neff is coming through, aka Cobra Commander. He says, Chef West, too much BS going on in my city. Them motherfuckers D and sad. Yeah, man, I know, man. I know, man. Yeah, man. Detroit is hey, man. Detroit done came a long way, man. Ever since they moved out Motor City, ever since Motor City was not Motor City anymore, and Ford and basically, what was it, the three major American dealers basically left Detroit. Detroit been on a downtrot, and here's the thing: they don't even care if there's violence down there, because they're gonna eventually regentrify all that shit. Like, peep this. Some of those old buildings they're gonna restore. A lot of that shit they're gonna tear down, and they're just gonna make a whole new city out of Detroit, man. Like, they don't even care about motherfuckers. It's sad, man. It is sad. You feel me? It is sad. And this is gonna be controversial, but I always ask black people, even if you want to be mad at Trump and you don't like Trump. And you know what? Here's another two. I'm past trying to get people to try to, like Trump or not like Trump. Really, you feel me? Because guess what? There's a lot of things that, I truly believe you can like somebody and then dislike certain things about them. With that being said, look at your whole Democratic Party, man. Like, if you look at all the things that's wrong with black people in the black community, everything that black people complain about, they're all responsible for your own leaders. It's because your own leaders, your own Democratic leaders, and the people you're voting in, they're not doing anything to resolve the issues that you're complaining about. Like, you're mad at Donald Trump because he said that he's going to pardon all cops. Well, it's not so much that he's going to pardon our cops, but the truth is that, yeah, it might sound good for anyone who kind of votes blue. I'm not saying that there's not kind of a political agenda behind what he said. There is, but if you break it down to stick and stones, you end up realizing Donald Trump shouldn't have to save black people from getting beat by police. It should be the Democratic leaders that you're voting in as mayor and the governor and city council who should be saving you from getting beat or deleted by the police, because they're the ones who pay them. They're the ones who put them on their payroll. But see, black people ain't really to ask them hard questions. And guess what? Malcolm X raised those questions, and guess what? He paid with his life. J Flo says New Jam City. No, he said New Jack City. Oh, they straight jacking, bro. Oh, then he says New Jam City. Yeah, New Jam City. They're jacking in New Jam City too. Larry C says, "Yep, I'm in his married men cohort in the Coach gang." Yeah. Oh, okay. Nice. Hey, I almost got married. To a single mother. And you see this. You know what's prevented me from marrying that single mother? Was her own selfishness. But guess what? You know, your boy, like I said, Pete this. Man, I done took a vacation to Miami, and I love this shit. And guess what? At that point, your boy was like,
I want to do it the right way and learn some unwritten rules. That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, the problem, how to catch a hooker, what to do to be a boss player. What do I say to my wife when I decided that I want to be a true player and walk out on the family? We need a seminar so we can teach these guys to give them the right understanding so that they'll know, man.
Says, my wife stopped cooking in 2016. Yo, that's not even, repeat this. You think you're the only one with pressure? I was considering marrying a chick who didn't even fucking cook at all, nigga.
This is a sick Negro.
Marry a motherfucking single mother who didn't barely cook at all. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm not saying that she didn't cook at all, but let's just say I literally cooked more and better than her than she cooked for me, bruh. So trust me, man, we have all, forgive us, Father, bro. All we have simped. J Flo says, I went bar hopping in the D town. I ain't gonna lie. If it was this, I would love to visit Detroit, because you know what? Here's the thing. I just wouldn't if I was driving in the car, I'll probably be able to take some nice pictures, but I definitely would not want to get out in those cities trying to take pictures, because them motherfuckers gonna try to fucking rob me, bro. Like Detroit, it's tough out there. Look, and peep this. And I'm an LA dude. And I'm gonna just say this right now. Even LA is fucking dangerous right now. The economy is bad, man. And look, ironically, I'm not saying Republican cities are doing the best, but Republican cities definitely being better than what they're going on now. At Larry C says, I lived in Detroit as a kid until I was 8. Wow. Oh, word? That's dope. That's what's up. See? We got the D. Hey, we got half a D12 in the house. You feel me? We got Royce the 5'9", you know what I'm saying? We got Boss Neff, aka Royce the 5'9", and we got Larry C, aka Eminem. We in this bitch. Hey, that's what's up. You feel me?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
The whole clique in here in Detroit. That's what's up. Hey, Larry C, I never knew you was from Detroit. I mean, I'm sure you don't live. I know you don't live in Detroit now, but I never knew you was from Detroit. That's some interesting shit. Like Larry C, dude, you're Yo, you're interesting. You're definitely an interesting, distinguished gentleman, bruh. I would have never knew you was from fucking Detroit. I mean, I could totally see it now, I guess, only because you brought it up. I would have fucking never known if you fucking would have said that shit. That is fucking crazy. Oh wow. That's ill. But man, Detroit is a beautiful city. I mean, I know it's fucked up now, but from what, like, if you see pictures from, like, if you look at these buildings and see how it was before, like before Detroit pulled out, man, fucking was a beautiful fucking city, man. Like, go figure. Like, that's why there's a lot of people. That's why there's a lot of people who went to Detroit. It was because at one point in time, it was like Detroit was like one of the best places to move to. Like, I guess opposite of New York type shit. Like, as far as opportunity. Oh, J Flo says my wife survived. Oh, my wife survives my barbecue. Is barbecue in there? Mm-hmm. P. Francis said Detroit living in Mad Max times. Is that what you meant? Mad Max? He's flipped Mad Man, but I believe he said Mad Max times. Yeah, man, it is for real. Like, dude, you could drive to Detroit right now, still see like old school cars and stuff like that all around. But the only thing is that, like, this, you could drive to Detroit and find cars left there, like there's abandoned, and people will get parts off of them and shit like that and all that stuff, strip them. Sometimes the whole car just be sitting there just rusting out. And remember, Detroit is very cold too half the time, right? And it has a lot of snow. So a lot of those cars, they have a lot of old school cars, but a lot of those cold cars can't survive hot summers and, you know what I'm saying, cold winters. Larry C says, yes, sir. 313. Tight. Oh, you're from 313? I'm from 213. Yeah, yeah. Where is it at?
My nigga.
Man, I'm having fun tonight. I'm having fun tonight, y'all. I ain't gonna cap. Larry C says, I'm undercover hood. Yeah, hey, got to be, man. Hey, you gotta be able to move and shake and be able to kind of, do what you gotta do and code switch. So big up, man. That's dope. That's what's up, man. Like, that's what's up, man. You're like a Swiss Army knife. Like, every time you think you got, every time you think you know something, something else comes out. That's funny, bro. That's dope. Yeah, P. Francis correcting himself. You ain't got to correct yourself. I was already on the same page as you, but I figured that you meant Mad Max. No doubt, man. Salute. Definitely Mad Max times, bro. For real, bro. For real, for real. Hey, they was probably stealing cars and making other cars out of cars just as much as people was doing in New Jersey. Remember they had a movie in the early 90s or early 90s called New Jersey Drive. That was about people jacking cars and just joyriding. Larry C says, yeah, man. That's what's up, man. That's dope. That's dope. Damn, man. Are we going to have a 2-hour show? Do I have anything else to talk about? Any more 304s? Let me see what else I got to talk about. This might be a fucking 2-hour show. But just know I'm going to be texting some little 304s in between, all right? You know what I mean?
Excuse me, ma'am. You can't wear that. We have a dress code here.
A bikini? Why not?
Yeah, it's a public pool. There's kids.
Kids? Fuck them kids.
Ooh. He said, fuck them kids. A
win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
One more time.
Excuse me, ma'am. You can't wear that. We have a dress code here.
A bikini? Why not?
Yeah, it's a public pool. There's kids.
Kids? Fuck them kids.
So disrespectful. I believe we should give her a spanking. You feel me?
I'd buy that for $1.
Oh. There she says, thanks, Kelly, for the kind words, fam. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I mean, shit. I used to always see you sometimes in cruise stuff. So it's kind of dope that we all kind of talking and stuff like that, especially the fact that we were part of money mindset and stuff like that. So it's kind of dope, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of just good to just hear from other people's stories. Yeah, man. Like here's the thing. I don't like people, but then I like individuals. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So yeah, no doubt. And you supported the Cali West Miami show. You're a free agent. You know what I'm saying? I fucks with you, bro. I fucks with everybody in the chat, bro. At JFlo says New Jersey Drive soundtrack was hey. Can we be honest? The New Jersey Drive soundtrack was probably better than even the movie. Even though the movie was kind of cool too, but yo, I can honestly argue that the soundtrack was probably better than the goddamn movie, bro. And that's a fact. Not saying that wasn't a good movie. It was cool, but that fucking soundtrack was dope. Larry C says, well, at least sister is wearing her flotation devices. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Excuse me, ma'am. You can't wear that. We have a dress code here.
A bikini? Why not?
Yeah, it's a public pool. There's kids.
Kids? Fuck them kids.
Oh, my God, bro. Oh, my God. Hey, she a cutie. Hey, just know. Oh, yo, she a cutie. Hey, and beat this. She's an equal opportunity employer because, yo, straight up down, just know, y'all, a white man is what hitting that, bro. And not even just a white man, a white boy, too. Not even a white man, white boy. Like, because that voice sound pretty young. That don't sound like a grown white man voice. That sounds like a white boy's voice. Listen to him.
Excuse me, ma'am. You can't wear that. We have a dress code here.
A bikini? Why not?
Yeah, it's a public pool. There's kids.
Kids? Fuck them kids.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
I'd buy that for $1.
Right? Mm-hmm. She probably got Hugh Hefner's fucking grandson. But yeah, they always be doing skits. So I respect it. I respect it. I wouldn't mind seeing her OnlyFans. I ain't gonna pay for it, but I definitely wouldn't mind seeing her OnlyFans. And you know what's so funny, y'all? I be getting OnlyFans content sometimes. That's because I'm a nasty boy. But yo, don't think I'm paid for it because I get this shit for free. If y'all really want to know, shit, you know what I'm saying? Just go on X. Trust me, it comes around, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, these chicks essentially expose themselves. J-Flo says, I got the CD and didn't even watch the movie. Goddamn. It was kind of a cool, what's funny? It was kind of a cool movie. And if you watch it, you kind of like, damn, like, a lot of these guys, some of these guys kind of became bigger actors in a broader audience. Like, for example, have y'all ever watched a show called Scrubs? I used to like Scrubs. Did y'all like Scrubs? I mean, I'm not saying that Scrubs is like the best show ever, but Scrubs is like a good show you could watch where like, the TV was kind of on and you was eating like your lunch you was eating your dinner and, maybe you didn't pay the cable bill. Okay. I'm thinking about nights when I was living in Van Nuys and, Northridge where, motherfucker didn't pay the cable bill and guess what? Nigga was like, I don't want to watch these DVDs. Let me watch Scrubs. Did y'all ever watch Scrubs? Come on now. Like, let's be honest. Who watched Scrubs? Long story short is the black dude from Scrubs, right? Because as a matter of fact, the dude from Scrubs, the white dude and the black dude, they still do commercials that come on Super Bowl. Like, I think their commercials came on the Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? And major events. Like, these dudes are pretty popular. I don't know if they do State Farm commercial or what commercial they do, but they do a commercial together to this day. But it's based off of the fact that they were best friends on Scrubs. Oh shit! Look, see, y'all boys know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is, and we're gonna go back to look. I'm gonna read all chats. The way that this duck works, it shows I can't skip any chats, so it's gonna show me in highlight. P. Francis says Scrubs and Psych. Well, Psych was when I got my cable back on because I was on TNT and something like that, wasn't it? It was on like TNT and one of those little channels. I don't have cable no more. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's because I motherfucking have motherfucking so many computers in my house. Why? I mean, I understand. I do subscribe. Essentially, I still got cable in a way because I do subscribe to some stream services, but I don't have traditional cable. But yeah, Psych was when I actually was able to pay the cable bill back in the day. Psych, but Scrubs was on regular TV. But yeah, Scrubs and Psych. But dude, I ain't seen the black dude or the white guy from Psych in anything else. The only people I remember from seeing anything in Psych was the boss. The boss been in a lot of major movies. Remember the boss? He's always be kind of like, oh no, was that the boss or the dad? I think the dad. But the dad, I just seen a lot of old movies or a lot of other movies. He's been in a lot of major films too, but I ain't never seen Psych or the dude with them bubble-eyed eyes in Psych though. Even though I used to fuck with Psych. Scrubs is TLC. There we go. Scrubs is TLC. Why do I remember watching that shit on regular TV though? Am I tripping? Because here's the thing, it's syndication, so it could have went to TLC. It could have been on both, depending on your area. That's how, it's funny too, because just because something's on cable doesn't mean that it's gonna be on cable in your city. It might be on a regular TV channel because how they put it on, how they determine whether they put it on cable or not is one, who distributes it, and two, whether if they have a public TV station who's willing to run the commercials and pay for it, they get the channel. They get the show. Larry C says, I only watched a couple episodes of Scrubs. Man, I used to love Scrubs. But my bone to pick was Scrubs, okay? Because, we just kind of bullshit and talking shit. Okay, the chick was laughing when I said to her, oh, she said, I'm outside. Ooh. Shit. Let's see here. Shit. Let me pull up. It's about time we meet. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay. Back to the Scrubs conversation. I only watched a couple of Scrubs. Okay, the one thing I have a problem with Scrubs is I kind of feel like the concept not really necessarily racist, but it was kind of low-key a little racist. It wasn't really racist. It wasn't racist, but I think it was very stereotypical. I don't know if the doctor, there was a doctor who was about our age. And I actually like him as an actor, and I actually like the character, but he's a real smart-ass doctor. But essentially what ended up happening was he challenged the black dude from Scrubs, and he basically said that you ain't really black. And the dude was like, how am I not black? He was like, you're not that good in basketball. And he said, and your best friend's a white boy. And your wife or your fiance at the time is a Puerto Rican. He said, that's not any black man that I know. Bruh.
Emotional damage.
Yo, the white doctor was like, I'm actually even whiter. He said, I'm even blacker than you. He said, man, because I could beat you in basketball. Bruh.
This is a sick Negro.
Is it funny? Yes, but that was definitely stereotypical because you can still be a black man and have a white best friend and have a Puerto Rican wife. Yo, that's essentially the free Asian lifestyle. The fuck?
Got to know exactly who you are. Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
In the free Asian lifestyle, we keep close tabs with our white friends, and we marry and wife up Spanish chicks over here. What can we say, bro?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Money. Being the best at basketball don't mean a goddamn motherfucking thing, bro. Yeah, not in 2026, it don't.
You played yourself.
Shame, shame, shame. Okay, let me run back to the comments real quick that I missed before I go too far, because we're about to go on 2 hours, and I feel like this girl wanna, give me some of this, give me some boom boom. J Flow brings up Benz or a Beamer. Bruh, I'm gonna fuck around and play this fucking album when I drive to this girl's house, and I might have bring out my I might have take out the Nissan or the Infinity type shit tonight. Yeah, it's nice and cool enough. I mean, not like I don't have air conditioner, but I could probably wind the windows down and drive over there. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I like kind of shifting and fucking going fast, or kind of like I'm going fast. That is, yeah. P. Francis says that show was funny. Yeah, I like Scrubs, man. I like Scrubs. Man, yo, would y'all enjoy if I was to have, like, if I was to kind of review movies and shows on my channel? Or do y'all think I should? Because I ain't gonna lie, y'all. The way YouTube is acting, I don't know if I had the stomach or the energy to start a new channel. You feel me? Because until I can afford a team of people to help me out with this, I'm only spreading myself so thin. I'm not even trying. We don't try here. We don't try here in the righteous sphere. What I'm doing is I'm bettering my life, but I can't split myself by doing too many channels. I already got an auto channel that I have been neglecting. You feel me? And I kind of figured if I could just, the way we just talk the shit on here, I kind of believe I could just talk about movies and shows right on here too. Like I don't have to fucking change no shit up. What y'all think about that? J Flo says Hoop Shada. You know what I'm saying? P. Francis said the father was in a lot of movies. Oh, yeah. The father was in a lot of movies. Remember, you know what movie I remember him in, P. Francis? Was in the Hills Have Eyes. He was in the Hills Have Eyes. Remember, he got burnt up. And you know what's funny too? Because the dad was talking shit about Democrats. He was like, the dad and son was shooting in the Hills Have Eyes, busting their guns in the desert, and they invited their daughter, the father said invited, well, not invited, but he was like, hey, you want to go bust his gun with us? Like, because they was busting in the desert, and homeboy kind of declined. He was like, oh, no, thanks, or whatever, right? And he was like, and the dad was like, oh, he's allergic to guns because he's a Democrat. Remember that? P. Francis says back then you could say things like that and people did not get in their feelings. Touche. Facts. Larry C says, I personally think you're a great fit for something like that, man. Oh, man, bruh. Y'all be so surprised that I could talk about. You know what? Man, hey, Larry C putting a battery in my back because there's a lot of shit I could talk about. I ain't gonna lie, man. The only thing is, there's a lot of shit I like to talk about, and it'll probably get I wouldn't say demonetized, but it'll probably get limited views because if I start breaking down these movies, even though it's fantasy, if I start breaking down these movies, man, YouTube is gonna be mad at me, man, because there's a lot of shit I can fucking say. But you know what? Y'all putting a battery in my back, and guess what? I'm at this point, don't get me wrong, I got love for YouTube or whatever, right? They give me the opportunity to be monetized, But at this point, I'm trying to go beyond YouTube, y'all. You feel me? That's the way to go. I'm not gonna box. Hey, Coach Greg Adams says, "Do not box yourself in." With that being said, I'm not gonna box myself in, bro. You know what I'm saying? P. Francis says they called each other Chocolate Bear and Vanilla Bear. Oh, I forgot what you reference again, P. Francis. But J Flow says movie game is real. Yeah. And then what kind of sucks too is that they kind of get you on copyrights and how you show the movies and stuff. So what I had to probably do is pre-plan and put still pictures of what we're talking about, and maybe the sound effects in the background and what I'm talking about, because it's kind of hard to just talk about a movie. I mean, I guess I don't have to show all the clips, but you gotta have some type of visual shit to make it interesting. P. Francis says, do a Rumble review channel on certain nights, maybe once or twice a month if you don't want the copyright. Oh, because Rumble don't care? Is that what you're telling me? That's interesting. Because I can always cut it up and edit it, actually. That might be... Damn. So I'm just saying, that's interesting. Damn, it's interesting. Because maybe if I don't care, okay. And then what I could do is I could always edit it for YouTube. That way I don't get copyright. See? This is why I'm here tonight, so I can learn. You feel me? I'm learning. See? You see, that's why you gotta have young people on your team. They don't teach you some shit. Or at least point you in the right direction, because that makes sense. J Flo says Gen Z doesn't lean on movies like Gen X. I mean, I get that, but I get that. But see, here's the thing. Remember, we're just trying to get the information for the people who want to receive the information. But like, you know what movie I really wanted to review? The movie I really wanted to review was, and might be one of my first movies to review, is They Live, I think, which is with Roddy Piper, where he first made his major debut on TV. Him and the dude from Dead Presidents, the old black guy. Essentially, that movie, that even look, Pete, this as much as old as that movie is, 30 years plus a year later, people have even revamped the ideas behind it and even used racist propaganda behind it too, or supposedly racist propaganda behind it. I'll definitely like to review that, but I just know that shit is probably not going to get much love from YouTube, because it talks a lot about what people ignore in movies. Like, for example, I will also want to review They Clone Tyrone. Have y'all ever seen Clone Tyrone? Anyone who hasn't seen Clone Tyrone, and I don't care if you're one of my white viewers or my black viewers, you need to watch They Clone Tyrone, because They Clone Tyrone had a message in it that I'll honestly say most black viewers and most normies definitely went over their head. Because this Netflix did good with They Clone Tyrone, but guess what? Black people are still going around acting like ninjas and acting dumb. Not all black people, but some black, but there's a good number of demographic who want to keep on perpetuating a certain stereotype, although they've seen the movie. Larry C says They Live is the awesome movie. Man, it's a great fucking movie. See, the reason why They Live is such a great movie, because here's this. Check this out. If you was to research what they was doing in the movie, essentially the director, you know what the director wanted to do? The director, at one point in time, repeat this. Do you know when the writer of the movie, the movie was even supposed to be monsters, but in order for it to be marketable, they had to make it monsters. And what they're trying to do was even the people who was back in the movie, the production company, they were trying to basically make the monsters scarier. But what old boy did was he didn't want to make the monsters. I mean, the monsters were a little freaky and scary. Like, they were kind of eerie and scary. But what he did was, essentially, they weren't even supposed to be aliens. They was really supposed to be talking about corporate America. And that's what They Live is essentially kind of talking about, in a roundabout way, about how they basically, like, they say the future is invented, but essentially they kind of point you in the right direction. And Pete, this shout out to my boy Skydaddy4444. You know what he actually said too? Skydaddy444. Hey, sometimes he be coming up with some cool little concepts and things, but he said that essentially that we don't have any natural thoughts. Like, even though we might have we might have original thoughts, right? But those original thoughts come from predispositions long before we even had those thoughts. So it's like, yeah, I might have an original thought. I might come up with, yeah, Cali West Miami, but that's because we could kind of say society. Maybe my mom or my daddy, decided to get married in a certain part of the country, but my notions of what I believe is actually predetermined based off of my situation and where I live. That's why, hence, when they say you're a product of your environment. Not saying that you can't rise above it, and you could rise above it. Yeah, I could win I could win $300,000, and I could still go to college and or university and become a doctor if I want to. If I had $1 million, right? But even if I take take 200,000 and go to medical school because I'm a millionaire and I have money left over, even if I'm gonna be a doctor, my life was still predispositioned because of the fact of my life circumstances before. So the truth is, even though, maybe we're both saying the same thing, but the truth is that your thoughts are literally based off of maybe your of your environment, bro. I thought that was actually kind of interesting. J Flow says classic, and yes, J Live was a classic because basically they were insinuating that essentially They Live was about the who issues, essentially, right? Because essentially they kind of show, they kind of throw rocks and hide their hands, which could be argued and debated. You feel me? But one thing that's definitely true is that corporate America do use these tactics. How certain products even kind of get you to even kind of think a certain way. Like, for example, they cloned out Tyrone. They basically, the premises of they cloned Tyrone was essentially the fact that some Black people in the community are cloned to perpetuate a certain stereotype, but then not everybody has to be cloned because essentially Black people will just assimilate to the cloning. You get it? If they have a gangster who's out there doing dirt and shooting up people and stuff like that, eventually the people around them will assimilate to that. So, not to spoil the movie for y'all, but Jamie Foxx was good at basically being repeat this. Everybody ended up finding out they essentially had certain skills that they wouldn't have thought that they had if they didn't get out the hood mentality. And essentially, they cloned Tyrone, even though he was a drug dealer and he was down to like shoot people. No, this. I don't want to spoil the movie for y'all, but I'll try to tell y'all a little bit. But long story short, the drug dealer dude who was beating up people with his bare hands and serving dope, ended up being a hero. Jamie Foxx, who was a pimp, ended up being like basically a community leader, and he was able to basically get all the people. He was basically able to use his mouthpiece instead of using his mouthpiece to get a hoe. He basically used his mouthpiece to basically help the people to kind of rise up and go against the man, right? And essentially, one of his hoes was essentially one of his hoes. She was so smart, she ended up being essentially like a detective because she ended up basically finding out where the where the lab was and what they really had going on. So essentially, if she wouldn't have been a hoe and been selling her poom poom and basically had a different living, she would have probably been like a detective or some type of lawyer or some type of forensic accountant or something like that because she was very intelligent. And after that movie, as much as Black people like that movie, they still cloning Tyrone. I just think that's just so fucking uncanny and it's interesting. J Flo says a lot of 80s movies were warnings. Facts. Either warnings or conditioning to get ready for the New World Order. Larry C says it's called They Cloned Tyrone. What did I say? Did I say something else different? Like, they killed Tyrone or something? What did I say? What did I say? P. Francis says in Scrubs, the white girl doctor or the black doctor had the chocolate vanilla bear nicknames for each other. Oh yeah, now I remember that. Oh yeah. Okay, damn. See, you watch a lot of Scrubs. See, yo, you watch so much Scrubs to the point that you out-scrubbed me because I forgot about that. I didn't remember until you told me. God damn. But now I remember them. Shit, I didn't remember that they even had a janitor in that show. God damn. And I think P. Francis says John Carpenter movies were ahead of the time. Was that a John Carpenter movie? Shit. P. Francis says, yeah, they cloned Tyrone was better than I thought. Yeah, man. And P. This, it was a hit on Netflix. But guess what? Black people are still cloning Tyrone themselves. P. Francis says it had that 70s black exploitation and consumerism. Oh, yeah, no doubt. Facts. But guess what? People didn't even peep all that. As J Flo says, they are trying to program the mind. Shit, man, at this point, they done did that shit already, man. That's why they get mad at people who is part of this congregation that we're part of now, because we're not talking about. See, here's the thing: if I was talking about ninja bitch, ninja, I'd probably go up the algorithm. But the fact that I'm saying certain buzzwords, they kind of keep me at the bottom. Larry QED says it's along the lines of Plato's allegory, OD. Oh, okay, right. And Larry C says it's a story about Plato's allegory of the cave. Sounds like Greek mythology. I think I heard of it before. Sounds familiar. J Flow comes with another $4.99 silver chases for the OT. Great show, Cali West. Man, I appreciate you, boy.
My nigga.
You did the overtime. Yeah, I gotta bring it in right for the Memorial Day weekend. And guess what? Your boy's Cali tomorrow, definitely probably Sunday, and hell, even Monday, because Coach Rick Adams, he's taking a day off. But me, I'm not, because I'm too busy building myself. See, me, when Coach Rick Adams says that he did everything right the first time, he got married and had kids the right way, that's your boy Cali West. I had my fun up front, you feel me? So don't be, you know what I'm saying? Your boy got a lot of time making up and shit, you feel me? So, so guess what? I got to pay my dues just like Coach paid his dues, except I'll be the one working this weekend and he ain't. But I appreciate y'all boys for tuning into another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're doing this. I can always hit the Cash App. That's always open 24 in the mo. All right? I appreciate y'all. Peace.